Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and things are happening in a fast and furious way in crypto, and I have been shuttling kids around today on top of that, so I've been dealing with a lot of stuff, but I'm here. I got a whole freaking show here that I'm gonna go through some different things with you. First thing we need to look at is we've got an XRP up over 9%. We got a Stellar up, it's over 42 cents. Bitcoin 37,000 up 1%, but with the overall market's at 1.6 trillion before it's over, as the hedge funds predicted the hedge funds predicted 2 to 5 trillion for this year. At $5 trillion, can you imagine what all this stuff is going to be worth? A lot. Okay, look at this. Jim Cramer had asked Anthony Pompliano in front of everyone today to get him to weigh in on Tether. Well, he did weigh in on Tether, and here's what he said. Tether is every Bitcoin bear's favorite conspiracy theory. I'm not a Bitcoin bear. I think Bitcoin's going to go up because of the global Bitcoin marketing machine. I do not think, so I'm not a bear on it. That's the wrong term for me. I'm a big Bitcoin skeptic because I think there's a lot of things that it has wrong with it that these people do not talk about unless they're backed completely into a corner. He says Tether, and Tether's one of those things. Tether's every Bitcoin bear's favorite conspiracy theory. Based on what we know today, those concerns are exaggerated. Additionally, the stablecoin market is bigger than any one stablecoin now. So even if bears were right, unlikely, it wouldn't matter long term. In other words, he's trying to make you think, oh, that's an overplayed thing. It's no big deal. Or here's what he said, because I tweeted it to Jim Cramer. This is what Pompliano said on December 22nd, 2017. Tether is the biggest racket ever. Highly doubt it is actually pegged 1-to-1. Oh, how things change to fit a narrative. Heo Seiko Carmona sent me this. From Ripple X, tokenization will be a likely pillar for developers working to enable an internet of value, building upon existing standards. We're excited to contribute our proposal for enhanced NFT support on the XRP ledger. This guy says it's pretty awesome that this whole proposal was built around the NFT standard proposed by Vice. Community contributions are starting to help shape the future of XRP on the next big community development, Hook's Amendment. I've always said Vice would go down in the history books. He has helped a lot in a lot of ways. And then Monica Long tweets this out: NFTs on a chain with near zero transaction fees and carbon emissions. We'd love your comments on the XRP ledger proposed for native NFT support. What you're looking at, folks, is the Ethereum people's worst nightmare, and that is being able to create NFTs on XRPL with near zero transaction fees, and all you have to do is just go see the Ethereum gas fees. It's not hard to find. All right, and then XRP Crypto Wolf, this was from yesterday, but this is important. Ripple is trending. Hashtag Ripple is trending on Twitter, and that's a good thing. People are starting to wake up. Now, this is from the news that came out of Consensus. Everyone's talking about the new Bitcoin Mining Council, spearheaded by Elon Musk and Michael Saylor. A part of that conversation was Bitcoin mining company this. Anyway, this Bitcoin Mining Council, it sure sounds centralized to me. You got to get a council together. Who controls the council? I mean, that seems pretty centralized to me, to get a group together like that. And I said, XRP never needs a mining council. These people, I tell you, they contradict themselves all the time. And I like this. This was interesting. I'm not saying I totally agree, but I think that there might be a lot of smoke here. So the banksters who have their own greedy idea of a U.S. digital currency, Diem, previously called Libra, is based on Quorum. They can be thanked for all the delays and monkey wrenches thrown at the real digital currency projects XRP, XLM while getting their coin ready. That is one thing I do believe is that the powers that be have thrown political wrenches, hence SEC, have thrown political wrenches at Ripple and in essence XRP, because look, Ripple was first, folks. They were the first ones to this party. I think a lot of these guys from Wall Street had to buy themselves some time. I've always thought that was a part of all of this. Okay, CoinCasher sent me this. This is an interesting thread right here. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but you'll get the gist of it. I'm always calling some inside info on FUD and effing with markets by someone who's had blood on their hands many times before. This is going to be decently detailed, so sit down and take your time. We'll also add some proof as I dig through First, a quick intro. Prior to my move to crypto, I was a senior exec in the dominant company in one of the most competitive sectors out there. My P&L alone was larger than that of some small nation states. We were also highly regulated with over 125 licenses, 100 jurisdictions. 2016, YOLO'd into crypto by launching a full-service company covering legal and regulatory In all, we service 50 clients, mostly vanilla ERC20s, but also some early ERC20. So, say you're a fund, want exposure to Bitcoin, but you think you missed the optimal entry. If only there was a dip you could enter in. Cue us. What flavor of dip would Sir prefer this morning? Flash crash, liquidity hunt, excellent choice. The end of the bull market it is. So we're going to crash the markets to allow you to scoop up cheap sats. Step one, the groundwork. We pay several low-tier media outlets to publish bearish news, but not promote it on their channels. It just sits there for now. Step two, pay several contributors to Bloomberg, Forbes, etc. to publish hot takes on the story, citing the article. It's easy as the starving writer meme is real. They're desperate for fresh content. Compensation is tied to the amount of traffic their stories generate. And he's even got you a little spreadsheet here. I'm not going to go any further through this. I think you get the picture, folks. And then this thread was good too from Raul Paul. And I said, don't forget no bailouts. And he's making a point here in this thread. He says, something to get your head around. Headline, a major asset class crashed 42% in 14 days, wiping out $1.02 trillion in value in an orgy of liquidation of people up to 100 times leverage with very low regulation. Many tokens fell up to 70%, including unregulated lending and borrowing biz. Beneath the headline, crypto had a major shock test. Nothing happened. Leverage liquidation was offset by Let me continue here. And then no firm went under. The Fed didn't need to step in. DeFi didn't break, carried on near normal. There were no daisy chains of collateral losses. There was no collateral pressure. Stable coins remained stable. A few exchanges went down for an hour or two. No exchange big losses. No protocol failed. No firms needed rapid funding. The only thing I would correct him on here is that Ethereum was having all sorts of network problems, and I believe Bitcoin was too, if you want to talk about protocols having problems. That's because they're proof of work and which doesn't work. Now, moving along, I want you to watch this. This is Senator Cynthia Loomis. Listen to this.
You point out that you believe that the U.S. needs a digital currency of its own to compete with a digital yuan. What does that mean for the future of existing digital assets like Bitcoin? And at this point, you see what China might be able to do with mining or regulation of Bitcoin. How do you look at that in terms of whether it really will be viable long term when a country like as big as China and as powerful as China could come in and just pull the rug out from it, or at least attempt to do that? You think that's impossible to do?
This is a very freedom-friendly type of currency, if you will. It allows people to move their assets around without being under the strictures of a fiat currency. And that's one of the great freedom factors that is associated with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So I think this provides great opportunity around the world for people whose governments get oppressive or allow inflation to run out of control. This is something that's going to be much more stable. And it's important that we have a digital dollar to go with a digital yuan and other currencies that are issued by fiats, because we need to keep the dollar the world reserve currency. And China is trying to threaten us in this world financial sector. So it is very important that we be current, that we be ahead of the game, and provide opportunity for the U.S. dollar to remain strong and the digital currency.
All right, every time I see Senator Loomis, I am reminded of this tweet. This is when Caitlin Long had tweeted out that Ripple had opened Ripple Markets Wyoming LLC in Wyoming, and Brad Garlinghouse had thanked Caitlin Long, along with Senator Loomis and Tyler Lindholm, who's also someone from State Policy Director for Senator Loomis. So, interesting stuff there. All right, moving along. This is Jim Cramer on CNBC today.
Cramer, you got a big brain. It's got room for everything. You know what's on your mind a lot is China. China's on all of our minds for a lot of reasons with some of the recent news. But also, you have been focused on crypto all morning long. Yes. I mean, like crazy focused on crypto. So I've been thinking about it too. So Jim, get this. Do you know that if they shut down all mining in China, it has zero to do with anything? Because the Bitcoins by the algorithm are only released at a predetermined rate, and it doesn't matter how many miners there are. That's number one. Number two, they can close down all the exchanges in China, and they can't do anything to the peer-to-peer decentralized exchanges like Uniswap. So this whole thing, I'm wondering whether the freedom that's inherent in the whole system of the decentralized nature of this makes it kind of hard for China to do anything, even if they want to.
I totally agree with you. I think the Chinese are completely befuddled about what to do. They like to control everything. That's why I think they were going to have their own currency and say you got to play ball. But the whole notion of this, we talk about this all the time, is that it's hidden, and that there are many shady outfits that are involved, lots of different coins. But young people, if you ask them what they care about, it'll be crypto, then crypto, then crypto, and then maybe GE because it's a low-price stock. I mean, honestly, we have to start realizing that this is the world that younger people are in, and we've got to do everything we can to shine a light on it, because right now, I think that it's about as unregulated as anything I have ever seen in my career, and it's incumbent upon us to make it so that, not that it's regulated, but at least we know what's going on.
Yeah, here they come. And then there was, this was from, you know what, I'm not going to show this one, but this is from CNBC Fast Money. They were talking about things yesterday. Ripple said, we're proud to be named the 2021 CNBC Disruptor 50 list for the second year in a row. I wanted to show you this. They were ranked number 38. CNBC tweeted that out. And here's the article. If you go down the list, you'll notice, go to 38. There's Ripple right there. You'll also notice a couple of more things I noticed, and I'll tell you why. There's Ripple. There is Impossible Foods and Robinhood. I want to show you something. These are three. Robinhood used to be on Link2's platform, but out of the Disruptor 50, 3 of them that I know off the top of my head, just that I noticed, have either or have been on Link2's platform, where I buy private equity, and they're one of my sponsors. So go in the description of this video. If you're an accredited investor, you can go and go through their process to show them that you're accredited. Then these guys are allowing access to some of these awesome companies. I've just shown you 3 that were one that was on here and 2 that are now from the Disruptor 50. This is an awesome platform, an awesome thing to be able to get exposure to the private equity side of all of this, as well as, we know we've got to get access on the digital asset side. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that Ripple is on the Disruptor 50 at number 38. Thank you for listening.